know what? I'm a young player. I do get my jersey number 13. I'm reluctant. Do I give myself minutes something? Okay, I'm gonna give myself 2 cents. It's one overall difference. And this team they don't have a backup point guard. So you need somebody to get backup point guard. Okay? Alright, let's see how the first game of Kenny Beach's career goes. It's a loss and a bad one. Hassan Whiteside led us to score. Kenny Beach in the 14 minutes, 7 points, 1 assist. I need those assists on the go up, man. Any more plays we're gonna have. Hassan Whiteside was 22 again. We called it L. Alright, second game of the season. Knicks got a dub. Kenny Beach, oh my god, 6-1. What an assist? Come on, man. We need better assist numbers than that. Okay, and I'll clean up this one as well. And 2 assists, 2 steals. That is a lot better, even though we shot 1 for 6. That is straight picking from that. Okay, so I'm just submit like the All-Star break. Maybe we end up on the Rising Stars team. I don't really know. Okay, so the Raptors are not doing very well. They're 24 and 27. I did not see.
Whiteboardanimation.com. We're the original whiteboard animation artists with transparent pricing. We take all the stress out of video production and guide you through our easy-to-follow.
I don't know what was supposed to mean, but I decided that if I asked for the ball one more time and he didn't give it to me, I was going to grab that metal chair leg and get But when you're 13, Pokemon is serious business, okay? Fast forward to the 9th grade, and now things are a little different, yeah? Now I'm 14. Puberty is starting to kick in. I'm getting taller, muscles are getting bigger, voice still not deep, but sounding less like a girl every day. And that testosterone is notorious for turning good little boys. And with all of that comes more confidence and less tolerance for niggas trying to press you, especially over bullshit. So here's what happened. It was after school on a typical hot sunny day in Jamaica, and I'm on the blacktop basketball court by myself shooting hoops in my school uniform. So there I am, doing my thing, when through the corner of my eye, I see a familiar face walking up to the court. And I knew what he wanted. He wanted to shoot around. Now, if it was anyone else, I would have gladly welcomed the company. But fuck this guy. Not just because I didn't like him, but because he was also ass at basketball, bro. Dude was garbage, bro. Straight trash. Boo-boo. Garbolini. And I hated him. That was a factor. So on top of the fact that I ain't like his face, I knew that if he started shooting around, man's just gonna be chasing air balls, bro. And he didn't come with, I wanna make peace energy. He came with, nigga, you better share that ball energy. So, I decided to ignore him. I went from shooting free throws to working on my post-up game. That way, there was no way he was gonna get this ball. So there I am practicing, and then he's like, yo, shoot the ball. I'll respond. Doesn't leave. Still just us on the court. So I'm doing my thing, and I know he's thinking about how he's gonna get the ball. I knew he wasn't gonna just try and take it from me, because although I wasn't a tough guy, I was starting to turn into a big dude. And it's not like I was ever a coward. So I figured, as long as the ball didn't roll in his direction, I had nothing to be concerned about. Eventually, though, I do get tired of practicing layups, and I want to start shooting the ball again. So I started to shoot. At first close to the hoop, but with every shot I made, took a step back. And as I did, the ball kept rebounding in my direction. And it was only a matter of time before he didn't, though. So now I'm close to the three-point line. I shoot it. It goes in. But this time, the ball didn't rebound in my direction. It goes to Eli. So Eli gets the ball, and now he starts shooting. First, he Man, dude is garbage. So I'm standing there waiting for the dude to pass me back the ball because I know he saw me make it. For the first 2 shots, I don't say anything. But then I was like, hey, yo, pass the ball. I made the last shot. Now he's ignoring me. So I'm like, yo, pass my ball. Reminding him that this was my ball that I brought from home. The nigga starts practicing his ball handling skills. He's crossing over, he's dribbling. So now he's not even shooting. And he's still ignoring me. So now I'm like, okay, I see what it is. This dude didn't come here to shoot around. He didn't want to get shots up. Nah, he was just bored and wanted to get under my skin. Well, he was doing a pretty good job. So I'm like, yo, pass my ball. He looked at me, was like, go suck your mother. I was like, oh, gotta kill him. So now my blood is boiling. My heart rate starts to spike, and I'm getting that tunnel vision. Because it became obvious. The only way I was gonna get my ball back is if I took it from him. And that's when I remembered the broken chair. Before basketball practice the day before, some of the guys were goofing around and throwing around this old metal chair that someone had took from a classroom. It had been outside for a while and it started to rust. And while the guys were tossing it around, one of the legs broke off and I remembered that it was just sitting under the sideline bench. I don't know what possessed me, but I decided that if I asked for the ball one more time, and he didn't give it to me, I was gonna grab that metal chair leg and get this video banned from YouTube. And if you ask anyone that knows me, I'm a good guy. I'm a gentle giant. I'm a big old cubby bear, right? But it was hot, and I had a short temper, and I held a grudge against this dude. So I asked him one more time, yo, pass my ball. Nothing. So I say, bet. And I started to walk over to the bench. I wasn't gonna ask again. I was just gonna grab this and start swinging, my niggas. So as I'm walking to the bench, I think God sat up in heaven and looked down and was like, yo, this nigga really about to do this shit. If I let him do that, I ain't gonna have no one to watch on YouTube in 10 years. So I'm reaching under the bench when I hear the rim go ka-plunk. Eli shot the ball, breaks off the rim, no surprise. But then it bounces gently and rolls right under the bench where the chair leg was. So now I had a decision to make. I could get this chair leg and rearrange Eli's medulla oblongata, or I could pick up my ball and go home. So I picked up the chair leg and I ran up on that nigga. I'm kidding. No. I wouldn't be here right now, guys. I picked up the ball and I went home. I'm going home. Yo, Long Beach is a genius, yo. Anyway, okay. So that's the story, guys. I picked up my ball and went home. I went to my dad's office. Did I tell that story yet? I'm not sure. So much going on. But yeah, Eli and I never spoke after that. Never had any issues with him. Never had any issues with me. Just kind of avoided each other. But not even. Just didn't really see him. I think I saw him on graduation day. To be honest, I think he gave me a head nod on graduation day. I gave him one back. I wonder what he's doing. I start jury for the set. All of my niggas they need to know.
How'd you come up with all these elaborate backstories?
Glad you asked. I got help from a pro. My financial professional even explained how Nationwide Solutions could help Mr. Paisley retire early.
I'd spend more time with his pal Peyton, right?
I'm glad you feel that way.
So she's home all day having to do this. And if it's one thing that Jamaican women cannot...
What's up, Rockstar?
So on one hand, she's sympathizing, right? She feels bad that her boy is heartbroken over his first real love. But on the other hand, right, she's like, hey, right? Like, 17 I know what this is. This is a cartoon network. Okay, I know my animation but that's not why you watch. Right? Maybe you watch because you relate to my story. Maybe you think I'm maybe you just want to sit in the background like white noise. down to fact. Today, you no longer have to wait weeks for a 6-minute video of me talking, because I have just launched a new comedy podcast with one of my good friends. It's hilarious. The first 2 episodes are out. The 3rd episode drops tomorrow.
2K.
Here's a clip. Take a sample. Is it simping to have a girlfriend?
Oh shit.
What do you think? Short answer is no.
It'll be OP as hell.
Short answer no, because. So you wouldn't date a girl at all? I would.
Good one.
I would never claim a girl that has I would date a girl that has one, but she could not be white. If her face wasn't in your face wasn't in, and she didn't have any like distinctive birthmarks or a way to. That's what I'm saying.
2K just did that to me. Oh yeah.
Do you remember my ex from high school? That's a shorty from the my toxic high school
Oh,
relationship.
GG's.
He said
I don't think she fuck with me like that no more, man. Here's why. I think somebody told her about it. You know, and without watching it, that was talking shit, you know, with the title. When in reality, I took the majority of the responsibility for all of the dysfunction that occurred in that relationship. So, sometime last
What
year,
the?
I shot her a video. Just saying what's up.
GG.
You know how to do that?
Don't you like spam square when you go to that direction or something?
So, I feel like I should make something
No.
abundantly clear.
Alright, so
If I didn't make
it's
it
hard to
clear,
explain. So like the right joystick, you run towards the corner type shit. And what the? Oh no! You run to the corner and with the right joystick, you do like a little U-turn type shit. You know what I'm saying?
We broke up over the
Yeah.
phone. It was summer break.
Don't somebody named Dignified do that stuff all the time? I used to watch somebody do that shit
Right
24/7.
before I went off to college in California. And bro, when I say that I was just moping around the house all day. And whenever I go visit my mom in Jamaica, right, she tries to get some time off from work so she can spend some time with me. So she's home all day. I think it's easy. And the one thing that Jamaican women cannot stand is no.
Damn.
So
What jump is that?
That's Jordan. I don't know his last name. All of them is Jordan.
It's my Jordan Killigan, whatever his name
But
is.
on the other hand, right, she's like, hey, stop, right? Like,
Let's go.
Come on, bro.
and pause.
Don't do that,
So
bro.
to help me get over this outbreak, she signs me up to church. Now,
I
understand,
ain't having
my mother
for
took me
you.
to church every Sunday until I moved to America at 16 years old. And not once in 16 years did she ever consider sending me to church. You know? You see where I'm going with this? I was being
Like
such
that.
a bitch about the breakup that my mother was like, this nigga needs Jesus. And nothing else gonna happen. So fast forward to the first day and I get dropped off at
Jesus, I guess you even.
pick us up and take us to the campsite. And not excited. Right? For one, I was going through a phase in my life where I was questioning God. I was saying shit like, I don't live if I believe in a God. And
Damn.
I hate this game, bro.
You gotta sit and finish a necroback, boy. Y'all show was supposed to miss that one.
I was being that fucking Gaylord, you know what I mean? And I was just like, just
Chill, bro. Chill. I just be the legend. Don't do me like that.
Damn, I thought you was a legend for a second when I got on the court. What was he, like a play glass?
Play up. He's the highest grade.
GG's, bro. You a good sport.
Me too. I subscribe.
This is my PSN name right here. Nario Beats 23. Alright, appreciate it. You good sport for real. For usually niggas be on here talking shit, bro.
so now, I'm like, nervous.
23.
23. Nario Beats 23.
And then I spot these little shorties standing by the door, and talking to her. So I'm
Y'all together or?
You said what?
So I go over and start talking to her. You know, talk, and
Yeah, this on my PSN name.
and mine. Turns out we were both
Shit, I already got a slasher.
and we both live like 20 minutes apart in Florida. That was like my thing. I found some common ground.
Don't niggas say how this name got
But
like.
of course, after I get balls to go and talk to it, right?
If I make a perimeter lock, it's gonna be like a speed boost perimeter lock.
Their way into our
There ain't gonna be no regular perimeter
right?
lock.
Because remember, these are young Jamaican men. They ain't just gonna sit back and watch me call dibs on all the TV. You feel me? So I see what's happening, and I pulled that because I wasn't trying to crowd this girl. Even at 17, I knew that. So I go find some other people to talk to. Finally, it's time to get on the bus. I get on, find a seat by the window, and I get comfortable, right? So I'm sitting there, and then
What's good? Why your name got banned, bro?
he comes down the aisle, stops at my bench, and is like, hey, is it cool if I sit here? So of course, you know, I gotta play cool. Yeah, no problem, that's no problem. Take a seat.
No, I don't get nothing that's all.
On the inside, just gave my life back to Jesus. Why? Because obviously, there is a God, and he fucks with you, boy. So the bus takes off, and we have like an hour to drive.
Ah, that nigga did that close ass behind the back to the car.
We're just chopping it up, you know? I'm cracking jokes, she's laughing, and I'm like, okay, I might be in there. So we get to the campsite, and orientation begins, right? We get a rundown for what we're going to do on a daily basis, where we can and can't go in our free time, all of that. So the camp
I am beyond dead, bro. They made me take this shit so slow.
one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, right? I'm not going to pretend like I became this wholesome church boy after it was done, but it did reopen my mind to the whole God thing in a